Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Today we have the 3D model out because I am probably not going to draw. Probably. I don't know yet. Um, so it's fine if I use that model because I'm not going to do this. That was me bending over my drawing tablet. We're gonna do mostly chatting today. I'm a bit tired as well because I have been working on the manga for the last week. Quite a bit, actually. Um, so my drawing muscles are a bit tired. But we're gonna chat. I'm gonna answer some questions if there are any. We're gonna wait until 6:30 hits and the manga gets officially the first chapter on Animex. I time coded it. I hope everything goes well. Rereading Dedera fanfic today. What Dedera fanfic? I mean, there are a lot. I mean, yeah, we can browse Animex until the meantime, I guess. Hi guys, how are you doing? Glad to see you guys here. As you see, I finished the new cover. This is actually kinda the volume cover if I manage to hit 170 pages. I'm gonna print out volume if I can afford it. And after that, each volume is in a similar scheme with like one main color and a grayscale, which is not a grayscale but a monocolor. But you get it. But yeah, that's the finished artwork. And I mean, the last few weeks I already had like a switch turned on where I finally was like, oh, I don't know what changed, but for some reason I'm more productive than ever. And I finished like what? 4 pages? Yeah, I finished 4 pages after like months of basically not doing a lot. And so I kind of realized, oh, I have 10 pages ready. I also watched a video essay about Look Back, which was talking about the value of imperfections and stuff. And I thought a bit about it and I was like, I don't know. I don't care if the cover is not perfect. I don't care if the manga art is not perfect yet. That's just a testament of being drawn by a human. And I will improve along the way. And so I kinda I'd say I snapped, but it's kind of the opposite of I snapped into place, I guess. Something in my brain snapped into place. And I now feel emotionally ready to actually like do stuff. So yeah, once I wanted to paste the link in the stream description. So yeah, in like 30 minutes or so, the manga. I mean, the manga is already live. With like a short there. But then the first 10 pages of the chapter will drop. The first 3 pages, the first 5 pages are kind of cheated. Because as you, maybe the ones of you who bought my preview know, I had like the introductory page and the double spread finished already. And then it's like the transitional pages that will also be in print. And then like, let me count in my head, a few 4, 5 actual content pages. But I have more finished. I just withhold it so I can upload them next week. And I actually have a schedule. Okay, I'll just wait a second. Let me open the stream. I hope everything is working, even though I'm tapping out. I lost 2 subscribers. No. Probably bots anyway. And yet it's only gonna be the German version, because I decided I'll publish the English version only once an entire chapter is out, because all manga and comic hosting websites are not really made for page by page upload. They all work in like episodes and stuff like that. And I was thinking about doing that as well, but I think I need the motivational boost of actually uploading a few pages step by step. It's kind of a culture. It was a culture in Animex to do that. Basically, it was an achievement if an artist could manage to like upload a page every week. Like if that happened, that was like a crazy schedule. The most people who were able to do more were people who actually published their own comics. Are these 10 pages the first chapter or less than that? I mean, these are 10 don't let me lie. It depends on how you count. If you don't count the black pages, it's 8 pages. In that case, I'm kind of lying, I guess. But I exported them from my file, and it was 12 pages, and I'm withholding 2 pages. Let's not get hung out on details, okay? I need I need this. After months of procrastinating. But there are actually quite a few people uploading their work to Animex still. I wonder if there are any newbies who do that. I'm actually recognizing some authors. So at least some people. Ooh, 16 plus. I'm actually authenticated as an adult for Animex. I could, if I want to, look into the 18 plus stuff. Wait, but let me count now. Okay, it's like the first, then the double spread, which is 3 pages. Double page black, then we have the first environmental. Oh my god, what do you mean this is still... What do you mean this is still uploading? How long is that Sanji X Zoro doujin by now? This was online when I was a regular visitor on this side. I'm sorry, I was just counting the pages. I mean, I can look it up. This was not meant for you. If you're a streamer, you actually need a third screen just so you have a screen where you designate all your windows opening. Okay, please, before I lie. I actually realized as I was posting everywhere, the first 10 pages, I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't advertise it like that. I mean, if people are angry, I can upload 2 more pages. But, the moment when House of Cock is less cursed title than this One Piece fan. Hey, let this person be. I actually have mad respect that we're still publishing this. And if I remember correctly, this was actually pretty good. I followed it for a short time, even though I am by no means a One Piece fan. Okay. I have 14 elements. Yeah, it's actually 10 pages. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it's 8 if you do not count the black page, but let's say 9 pages. And I have 2 more to upload next week, and hopefully I'll finish like 2 more until then. But okay, 2013, 2020. Did they reboot it? 2013, 2020, 2022, 2022, 2023. But that's like the newest pages, right? I hope this is safe for work. Ah, okay, okay, they uploaded new okay, they uploaded a new page in there as a cover art. This is basically, if there's one thing I can say, is that the way Sanji is characterized in this ship, it's usually pretty close to what Dedera fanfiction looks like. Let's be honest. Damn. They've been uploading until now. So is the newest chapter like I want to see the Damn. They improved quite a lot. Feet! that this is going to be such a cursed stream. But we do not talk bad about fan work on this channel, okay? I am defending shippers and fangirls with my life. And fanboys. Damn. Anyway, I have no idea about One Piece, so I'm gonna respectfully back out of this venture. Man, I wish I was back in 2012. I wish I was back then. It's quite a lot of original content. Like in Blue has publishment. I mean, some people also publish like professionally who are uploading here. I created a YouTube Jungs AMV for Serious Feminine, so I'm in no place to judge the absurdity of any of this stuff. Look. Shout out to Dwarkulina, which is a friend of mine. This is her series. It's about a skeleton and a wizard living together. And later on they have a cat. She'll actually have a booth next to me on Dokumi if everything goes well. But yeah, that was my shout out. Are we going to the Naruto section, everyone? Am I going there? Oh, that's kind of edgy. Ooh, but it's vampires. The art styles are so different. It's not really like anything in particular. got stuck. But what I do notice now... Oh, there's one Naruto doujinshi. Okay. There's one Naruto doujinshi. Most? Okay, this is a Danganronpa. Original series, original series, original series. Original series, original, Detective Conan. Ghostbuster fanfiction? Okay, you go. Own series. I don't want to look like that, I'm just looking at my stream. Own series. It's a lot of original content. so many people, so many doujinshis just start like, I'm so sorry for not posting more regularly. I am so sorry. Why did this get an update? I remember that one. I also remember that one. I also remember that one. Oh, that's new. That's new. Ooh, I like the colors. I think it would be so important for this to be more of a thing. Again, like doujinshi are such a great medium to flex your creative muscles, and I think especially for young fans, it would be great that this would actually be a more known place. But no 13-year-old now I can go like would answer me with like my question, do you know Animix? With yes, I know, I use it. I talked about it before and I'll say it again. I think the space is needed. I don't think the problem is the space itself. It's just the format is so old and most people cannot even handle that there's like one thing here and one thing over there. But this site holds so much content and so much really old content. Like, right? Doujinshi. So you name a series and I will look how many doujinshis are here. I can start with Naruto, which has like 1,204 doujinshis. Okay? that's the fandom was crazy over there. I don't know why it is just Naruto. Like, even compared to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball only has 200. I am sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh has 400. One Piece has 200. Bleach has 74. I feel like My Hero Academia only has 2. Boruto obviously has like the same counter. Yeah, Ranma has a few. I remember looking them up. 31. That's more normal amount of Oh my god. Why is it like Japanese, German, Japanese again? So many questions. But isn't that cool? The last time it was uploaded 2015. Oh, damn. Angel Sanctuary has 20. Only 5 pages. That's so weird. Can I sort? No, I cannot sort. I can only filter. Hitalia has almost 60. I have no idea. The Naruto Dojinshi section was full with either OC content, boys love, or a hell of parody and comedic series. D. Grayman has 21. Okay, Dragon Ball in both writing. Durara has 8. Oh, the Alchemist has 40. 6. It's so weird that nothing has like 500 at least. Like how? Hunter x Hunter has 18. Oh, I know one which could potentially be a rival. Wait a minute. Baldur's Gate has is something new from this? Yes. The Baldur's Gate section lives again. No, that's Dungeons and Dragons. Wait. Is Baldur's Gate linked to the Dungeons and Dragons? That is misleading. That is misleading. Detroit become human? No, I'm here for the big one. Pokemon has only 270. Are you kidding me? It cannot be that for some reason we all collectively got brain rot and decided to publish a Naruto doujinshi. It cannot be. What did Kishimoto do to us that we escalated that quickly? Yeah, because you have no newer franchises in here, because the series is not used by new fandom, and most people who are still here either post about the good old. There's a flip. There's one Genshin Impact, and it's not that old, and it's finished, and it's cute, nice. Most people don't post with new stuff here. I had such high hopes when I got back here that I would find more MHA content, but I feel like the only thing that really gets published that's new anymore is actual fanfiction. Let's see. My Hero. Yeah, there My Hero has like 100. I mean, the only one for Minecraft, damn. But I wonder. Naruto fanfictions are like 17,000. What? What does that mean? Okay, but maybe the gap is not as... Okay, One Piece has 6,000. Still not even half of what Naruto has. Okay, Dragon Ball has 4,000. Bleach 800. There are 110 Doremi fanfictions, and I'm not gonna read those. That escalated quick. There's one Mob Psycho 100 fanfic. Is it about The first sentence alone. The voice of the older one. Ah. No shade at the author. No shade. No shade. It's just. Woo! 6 minutes. Yeah, there's the Didera fanfiction question. Oh, you get 7,000 plus. That's great. Aww. Adult. 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 I think Sailor Moon just doesn't really invite fan content. I don't know how many. I think it has more doujinshis actually. As you can see, I'm not really navigating this as it's supposed to be. 114. Okay, so you actually named the doujinshi. Yeah, I cannot really explain to you what is the rule of what's popular to make doujinshis of. My theory, as someone who did that herself, is that series with a certain flexibility tend to activate fan activity. So there's like the element of hype, which obviously quite a few series had. I mean, of course, one thing that made Naruto have that many doujinshis is that it was a really long one. It was around and relevant for a very long time. But you could say the same about One Piece at least. I mean, Bleach got cancelled at some point, but you know, I cannot really explain, but like you have intricate world building in Naruto, but you also have enough holes in the world building that you have space to fit a narrative in there. So even if you're not interested in I don't know, Konohagakure, like that one is overdone. There are so many shinobi, but like Kumogakure or any other village basically has like a lot of space to play with, if that's your angle. Naruto has a lot of characters that are not really represented in the series, so if you really liked, I don't know, Hidan Kakuzu, for example, and you want more of them than just the 3 volumes they got screen time on, then your best shot at getting content for them is to like read fan content or do fan content yourself, and then you have like a reproducing machinery where there are a lot of people who want to read that stuff, they find stuff, they push that stuff, people who see that stuff like that gets attention and is actually read get motivated, or like I don't know, people like 12-year-old Katta who was like, oh, I have a silly fan comic. I bet no one wants to read that. And then you go like, oh, maybe someone here will read it. I'll scan it. And then, oh, whoops, 50 comments. So with a series like Sailor Moon, as someone who likes Sailor Moon, I don't think it actually leaves a lot of wiggle room. I think Onoshiri Yatsura is actually, that sounds weird, but too old for Animax? I mean, it got a reboot now, but that's too new for Animax, so... There's a certain dynamic. And also, Naruto has, like, a lot of plot holes or stuff that people don't agree with, so... Then you get motivated to kind of correct that, even though that's a mindset I don't have anymore, but I used to be a person like that. I don't know, I think Cowboy Bebop is something that's just perfect as it is. My thesis is that stuff that is perfect doesn't really... It motivates you to make fan... Oh, fan art is another metric that we can visit for a short adventure. I think this has way more series in here, actually. 50,000? Okay. It just gets weirder. Okay, One Piece. 90,000 Dragon Ball, 16,000 Bleach, 5,000 My Hero Academia has 800. That's interesting. That's quite a lot for a website that is undead. So I don't know, there is like you need to be hyped enough to do fan work for something and to have the time to do something that is as extensive as writing an entire fan fiction. And there needs to be some kind of space for your creativity to flow into. Oh. But Ooh. Does it work? Ooh, it worked! Wait, I need to rearrange. Whoop. Whoop. I don't like how this is. I'm gonna replace that page. I don't like how Animex is translating the tones here. That's why I actually don't use tone work, because I think on a digital space it kinda moves weird. And also something got wrong when I was exporting this one, because I cannot remember this being so chopped. But yeah. It's up there. Woo! Did everything. Yes, double spread. This is the blank page I was talking about. You know that one. Yeah, this one I did off stream. It's like a morning routine. After I did this, I found a brush I had that had this like grit for Japanese doors and stuff. There we go. It's 9. It's 9 pages because the double spread is not counted as 2 pages. Woo! I did it. It's safe to say that one can very easily lose himself in this rabbit hole time capsule of a sign. Yep. There is a lot of stuff to actually explore. And people do actually do new stuff, but yay! Published! You can tell I made these pages on a different time than this. And I actually like the line quality I had for the characters way more on the older pages. So I have to kind of find what I did different then. I can see that the lines are a bit thicker. But yeah, it's like everything that happens until you for the first time get to see the two and their introductory pages. And then it keeps on going. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you could upload your pixel art. I mean, the thing is, we like Animex has been in a downward spiral that because people don't post there and don't interact there, less people post stuff and so less people interact, and people are like, the site is dying, but the only real reason why the site is dying is because people stop breathing life into it. Just so you know, that's the one thing why I'm not uploading fan art and art pieces there, is because they actually check each fan art. I don't know if they actually do that anymore. I think they stopped doing that. Or they at least made it. The way you could change share videos is by putting them into your profile, actually. There is a... Yeah. There used to be a feed of my YouTube videos, but I imagine that because they are remaking the site. And they said that they are not going to keep bug fixing the old side. So they're completely concentrating their manpower on actually remaking the site. So if that function still works or not, I have no idea. They also changed things up, and the former paid for functions are for free now, but you still have to buy them. I'm doing quotation marks with my hands here, but for free. But you because they cannot really take them out of the shop, you still have to pay with no money in the shop. So yeah, Animex has for me kind of the same problem that a online shop has for an artist that is not connected to like a search function and a marketplace like Etsy, is that the only people who are gonna read this are the people that I'm actually gonna to send there. I don't know how I'm going to do that actually. Because I don't want to post every week, hey, new pages already. So I'll have to see how I'm gonna keep doing this. But yeah, I started it now, and I'm gonna continue doing uploads every week once a certain number of pages are finished. For now, I'm thinking about like 4 or 5 pages, so that people actually get to read a bit more when I update. But I just want the feeling of actually finishing something and being able to put it out and get feedback on it immediately. I first wanted to post it in like badges of... the number I wanted to post got smaller and smaller. First I was like, I only want to publish the finished chapter for the first one. Then I was like, okay, I'll cut it into parts, like 4 parts, and it just got smaller and smaller. And now I was like, okay, 10 pages for the first upload, and then I can just upload it piece by piece. And the good thing is, on Animex, I can actually replace pages. So if I notice a typo or something, or people are like, this looks weird, or this is missing something, or something along those lines, I can actually correct it and place it. So yeah, like I said, I still have 2 pages that I could upload now if I wanted to, but I'm gonna withhold him so that next week I can post like 6 or 5 or something like that. And then I'm gonna keep doing that. Yeah. That's the plan basically, that I'm gonna keep doing that until the first chapter is finished. And then I'll see. Because I don't know when that will be. If I can keep up the pace I had the last few weeks, which was like 5 pages a week, I'd finish in 3 months. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I cannot really estimate because the next pages, a few are less intensive than the environmental shots, like this one. Like, this was a lot of work. Because also I do not like doing background art. Even though I got more comfortable, I think you can kind of tell by the school I did. But I will go the cheap route, like here or down there, that I will not draw intricate background art if it's not serving a function for the story. Because I'm only one person. If it's not important for the placement of the characters or the storytelling of the environment, because as you can see here, we go into... I did a few things here that are actually like telling you about Ryu as a person. And in here too, Hanaka has fewer stuff flying around, but she also has a few things that might tell you something about her. Um, you know, stuff like that. But if that kind of stuff doesn't, or like I made the tram car that they are sitting in, I put in like details that it's a bit dirty and not the newest one. Because I need to communicate that they are living in the sea district and that they don't have the best life. um or you know, okay, they're going to school. But if that's not like necessary storytelling that needs to be done, I will keep the backgrounds more minimalistic. I need to find a groove how I can make the manga have a unified look, because I think this looks way different than than this. God damn it. I'm looking at my stream and not at the thing, so my avatar looks forward. I think like this looks stylistically, because I use so many grays here, looks way different. Or like even that panel looks way different from that one. So I need to kind of find a sweet spot there. But like I said, I want to like learning by doing, keep like still paying attention to it. I think this is actually a good middle ground. I think I just need to use less grays, or only when I like put them in the foreground like that. But yeah, so I think some pages are gonna take less time, because I only draw characters and I know how to draw my characters. So I guess there will be periods where I'm faster. And that's also why I want to limit the number of pages I drop, because at some point in this chapter there's gonna be an extensive action scene. And I have no idea. I have no idea how that process is going to be. Because I did some, you know. Okay, I'm gonna show you stuff that you can find on your own anyway. But you know, I already drew like fan manga and stuff. And I know how oh my god, look at it. I just realized that this starts the same way that my manga right now does, with like environmental shots and waking up in the van. Okay, I'm a product of my time, okay? But yeah, I know what it's like to draw characters with like some sort of action here and there. But I have never ever really drawn action sequence. Oh, so many pages. So I don't know. I don't know how long this will take me. Damn, I've come really far. Yeah, I need to fix that page. So yeah, basically until page 30, I don't want to lie, it's gonna be pretty calm and just character interactions and stuff. That is no problem. That shouldn't take too long. And then it's like 20 pages of action scene. I don't want to give a wrong idea, but I think it's around that. And that's probably gonna take longer. And then it's like a few more pages of characters talking, with repetitive background. So who knows, right? But I'm kind of glad because I still have not really figured out what chapter 2 is going to be. So I guess, I mean, it's only gonna be 20, like after this, after the first chapter, I'm gonna limit myself to 20 pages per chapter. I have to do that. anything else is not reasonable. And I think what's going to happen is, you know, the first chapter took me like, what? 2 years? Oh my god, 2 years. But yeah, like storyboarding the thing. And I mean, I have not just been working on the first chapter. Obviously, I started my art business. I did my bachelor thesis and all that kind of stuff. Which is all not stuff I need to do now. But I had a big crisis about the storyboard for the first chapter because I wanted to start off right. And in the beginning of the world building and the storytelling and everything, you need to kind of make sure that you find a sweet spot. I want to do not a lot of exposition and a lot of natural storytelling, so you kind of... Yeah, I show stuff and don't tell stuff, as the saying goes. But also some exposition is needed. And it's going to be really hard to put in place the different explanation beats and be like, okay, what element do I introduce when? And that's pretty difficult because I have a lot of world building going on that organically grew while I was drafting the entire thing. And I need to make sure that I don't forget anything. Or that I don't forget it, but just act like I explained it, but I have not explained it and stuff like that. So the first chapters are gonna take longer than the ones after that. I hope. Because my theory is that now with the second chapter, I'm gonna have a similar crisis to the first one, as in I'm overthinking it and I'm really structuring it in a way where I you know, have to put in a lot of consideration. And I think with the second one, it's gonna be like a fraction of that, and then with the third chapter, it's gonna it's going to enter an organic flow of storytelling I know I have inside my brain. I just need to get there. I need to get at the point where I and the reader are basically at the same page, minus I know where it's going. But like the you know, stuff like, oh, the government issues drugs that lower a person's output of their superpower, stuff like that. Details like that. That I know about, but you guys did not until like a second ago. Also, explaining like main character motivation and stuff, like it's so much to think about. Also for me personally, as someone who kind of got a reputation in her YouTube career, put that in quotation marks, where I got known for criticizing first chapters, I really overthought this one. Because I was like, I cannot go around and criticize manga and anime for having a bad first episode or a bad first chapter, and then have a trash fire of one myself. But I'm really trying to get out of that mindset. I want to do right by my characters. I want to tell an interesting story that is entertaining, but I don't need to tell the perfect story. That cannot really be done. I can do my best, but it's the best story it can be. But you know, I'm still growing up as an artist, and I'm still learning, and I need to accept that it's learning by doing now. Would it have been better to start learning by doing with one-shots? Probably. But I also kind of knew if I wouldn't do this in my 20s and 30s as a project, I'd probably discard it So here I am now. On that note, what is your favorite first episode? My favorite first episode is Kill La Kill episode 1 because it is such a joyride. It's just perfect. It's the perfect first episode for that anime. You cannot change my mind. It's so perfectly drafted. It has a lot of energy and downtime and flair and perfectly showcases what that's gonna be like. Um First chapter, I don't know. I'm looking at my shelf. Naruto actually has really strong first chapter. Like I looked like shonen wise at least. Um it has like it has a perfect first chapter. It's like a one shot. There's so much going on. The emotional heights it gets to are unparalleled, I think. That I mean the entire thing you have in the first chapter is that you not only get to know what a ninja roughly can do, you also have Naruto's main motivation in one go, just like that. You know what his deal is instantly. He's lonely and bullied, and dumb. Um, and then you have this perfect little arc of him failing the exam, doubting himself. That weird evil guy whose name I forgot, tips him to the scroll. Oh yeah, and also he's a troublemaker. That he needs to learn to like pass the exam after all or something. Then he gets that scroll and learns the shadow clone skill. And then you have this little arc of betrayal where Iruka is like, no, he would never. Why would he like steal a forbidden scroll and stuff like that? And you have a whole emotional deal with Iruka on the side. It's just a really good first chapter. I cannot put into words how strong of a first chapter that is. There's not a thing I could say, oh, but they should have done this or they should have done that. Like, what do you want to be? Like, oh, why did we not get foreshadowing of how cool Kakashi is in the first chapter or how cool Sasuke is? I don't know. It's just a perfect chapter. I returned to being a Kishimoto stan. Yama has a strong first chapter as well. I think one of the things with a good first chapter, you don't really notice how well it is executed until you actually look at it very closely. That's why I have strong feelings about the first Naruto episode, because back from my not published anymore Black Clover video, I compared what was going on, and I was like, oh my god, the Kishimoto cook with that one. Like, I am not cooking. I don't want to sell my manga short. But I cannot I was not able to get to my character's motivation, and my chapter is longer. But I did not find a way to fit my character's motivation. Like to be fair, I have two protagonists. I was not able to completely put their motivations in. Kind of what happens in the first chapter is connected to their motivations. So you can kind of see like what their different point of views are and stuff like that. But I have a very strong I have a strong focus on establishing their relationship and stuff like that, but I don't get to motivation yet. It's such a tricky thing to do, man. Like on my first draft of the first chapter was completely, it was way too long. I was like, how am I supposed to fit all the stuff into one chapter? And then I realized that not everything can be Naruto chapter 1. Sometimes you need to like accept that you cannot do everything at all. And everything at one time. So yeah, any other questions? I think it's a good thing I decided to not do anything big this stream because I can feel my voice drying up. I think I should put work into my avatar and live 2D my chibi avatar that I have so that I can have this movement while drawing. That would be really cool. Oh yeah, and if you're curious, there's like this little one shot I did once, which is like really that is really rough. What is this? I'm probably gonna redo this one for the manga. Like, do it proper. Oh yes, this is featured in the preview I'm selling. Just a little trivia. Ooh, I can share one fun fact with you where I don't know if I will ever be able to fit that in organically. Okay, so this is a post apocalypse, right? So society fell down and it will rebuild itself again. As you see, this is like Godzilla merch. There's also a small one. And as you know, manga tend to have like fake versions of popular series. So you like characters reading Dragon Ball, but it's censored, or it is named differently. And it's obvious that this is Son Goku, but he has like a weird hairstyle instead of his original one. Like, this is a small quirk mangas have where it makes like sense to feature pop cultural references in. I'm doing the same, but in my universe, there is lore behind the fact that everything is kind of different and scuffed. There is like, yeah, or like food chains like McDonald's. The reason is that there are people who collect what they call artifacts, so like leftovers from the different world time. And most of it gets like destroyed or dumped if it's like not useful, or they don't even pick it up. Like, why do you need a plastic figurine? But there are some weirdos who collect them and give them to people who can like restore things with their spark. But because the person who's restoring those artifacts doesn't really know how the original looks like, they kind of restore it in a wrong way. It's Godzilla. It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it is not. Yeah, so like here, I couldn't really show it because it's such a rough thing that you're like, okay, this is clearly meant to be Godzilla. But not even. That's like just like a dinosaur breathing fire. But yeah, because the person Rio is getting his merch from doesn't really know how the things actually look like, she kind of restores them wrong with like her own imagination of what the stuff is supposed to look like. And that's my canonical explanation why merch is wrong. Some random franchise merch item from now could be viewed as a historical artifact, like review of art pieces, for example, is very, very fun. Yeah, that's also a thing. But the thing is, like, in this universe, everything has to have utility, and because these things don't have utility, only some collector weirdos actually collect the stuff. And it's like there are really rich people who collect the same weird stuff that Rio is collecting. He doesn't have a lot of figurines because of that reason, because he does not have money. Um, but yeah, so things are all wrong. They have restored films and stuff, but they are all kinda just a teeny tiny bit wrong. And I really like that. That was my favorite thing I came up with when I kind of drafted this, because me and my co-author were kind of talking about it, and since we transferred Hanaka and Rio from another setting that was modern, he was like, yeah, but he still needs to like collect stuff because Rio is a dragon, and we kind of thought it's funny that he treasures just some random trash as a dragon, and his gold is just pop culture stuff. And I was like, yeah, but all the things like this city doesn't have the resources to produce useless stuff that they don't actually need, at least not for poor people. And then we came up with this, and that was like my favorite, one of my favorite things that just organically came up in my mind. Oh yeah. Anyway, you're not supposed to look at the page. And I think this is a bit too small almost. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting what happens with like popular stories in like 50 years. Big D! Hello! Thank you, by the way, for proofreading the storyboard back in the day. You're definitely gonna get a mention when I print the manga for the first time, like for the first volume. Manga as well. You're gonna get a shout out. Ah, yes, it's too small, at least on my laptop. But I don't know what to do. Like, there's only... The full screen is okay. Oh. This is too big. This is too small. I could check if I have some... I don't think there's anything I can do. Sadly. I have no idea if Animax is at any point adjusted for mobile. And I don't have my phone here, so you guys have to figure out that yourself, sadly. I mean, I drafted them for A4? No, A5. I mean, this is definitely too small, but that's because of a double spread. Yeah, you have to read it in full screen. Yeah, my problem is, I'm gonna upload the English version on Tapas. But there you don't really get to upload multiple pages in one chapter. Like, you can only drop the first batch and the second batch and the first batch, so I would need to upload, like, chapter 1.1, chapter 1.2, and I think that's just weird, so I'm gonna drop it there. In English, and that site definitely is made for mobile, but it has the problem of being a scroll down site like Webtoon is. And this is... I mean, you can argue that the skipping thing is still very different from turning a page. But I like this better. I don't think that, like, scrolling really fits manga. When it's, like, traditionally read from right to left. God damn it, I cannot talk much longer. I'm getting tangled in my English. Yeah, probably the best way to read my manga is going to read the print version. Once it's done. That's gonna take a while now. I got a mention somewhere. Oh, I can announce it now. I'm gonna be this weekend in Düsseldorf at Mirai Matsuri, on the Immermannstraße, so the Japan Street, as it's called. There's like a pop-up store, which is basically just an artist deli and some vendors. And also, at the beginning of April, I think April 13th, I'm gonna be at Tadaima in Dortmund. So I do have some cons. And also, I'll be at Dokumi this year. Hopefully, Animeni near Bonn. I am actually applying for Konichi and for Max Berlin as well. But I cannot really say if I'm gonna get accepted for that. And if I get accepted for both, I have a problem because I don't really have money to travel far for 2 conventions. Yeah, I need to fix the first page. I noticed that the tone is kinda not liking that. I don't know how other people are doing it. Every time I insert like tone, like the digital tone into artworks, it gets weird. When I post it digitally. I need to revert that back to like a normal gray. But it feels so good to have the first pages out. For everyone who joined new, I'm gonna continue giving weekly updates on Wednesdays now. I withhold 2 pages already so that I have more to post next week. And I'm slowly gonna fight my way through finishing the chapter. I'm doing it old school anime style, page by page upload, baby. I was also thinking I'm currently working on my own website. I can show you the unfinished mess. I already have one, but that was like an old WordPress site which was not paid for. And now I have like the right domain and everything. This is still broken. Please don't visit the site. You cannot click any of this. But I was thinking about building in a comic function so that I can host my own manga there. I am very scared of doing that though, because I have not really seen any plugins that do that for me. So that might become an alternative once I get that figured out, but as long as that's not possible, Animex is like the only comic hosting alternative that I have, because Webtoon is a scroll down thing that is kind of made to feature episodes. Tapas has the same problem. DeviantArt is a hot mess because you kind of need to link your comics back and forward. I heard that some mangaka are actually posting on Twitter, so for me it would be Blue Sky. But I don't know how I feel about posting one very, very long thread. And yeah, Instagram also does not have like it's so weird that this is the best tool I have at my disposal, and it has a lot of cool functions actually. So yeah, maybe I will implement a reminder channel on my Discord where I post when I update the manga, so you guys can mute it if you don't want the notification. But you can get the notification if you're interested in it. Could also make a Blue Sky account that has the only function of reminding people that I'm posting. It's a tragedy. And yeah, for this soft start. I'm not gonna do a lot of advertisement. I'm gonna advertise this a lot more when the first chapter is finished. Because I know that people who are either familiar with Animex and how it was, or are interested in my work, I know it's fine if I upload like in these small steps, but I know that like the normal manga reader will be like, what is this? This is only 9 pages. So yeah, I'm gonna push the series more when I actually have a more finished work. I wanted to say product, but I don't want to call my manga a product. And it has only just begun. And I have still so many animatics I want to do. But I think I need to prioritize the actual thing right now. But yeah, guys, thanks for your support. I'm so happy I was able to actually do this now. I'm on a roll, baby. Now I just need to actually get to working on videos too. Like, I have a lot of stuff lying around, but I need to get to recording. And then I will actually also upload on the small channel that I made, where I'm gonna return to German content. I'll see if I'll keep doing this in English. I have a few English viewers now, and I would really feel bad for them if I'd switch. But also, there's rarely anyone new coming in at this point. I don't know what to do with myself, but I'm gonna keep things as they are right now. It would help my tired brain right now so much to be able to speak in my mother tongue, but nah, native language was banned. If I were to speak Japanese now, I would mess up even more. So it's fine. Though the thing where I get kind of wrapped up in my own words, I only have that in English. English is a weird language to speak. This feels so anticlimactic now. And yeah, I'll also sell like a print of the cover art. Oh my god. Small remark. Would it not be more stringent to mirror page 7? Or the visual continuation? Yep, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, and I noticed that when I was drafting it too. No, I did not notice it when I was drafting this, then everything would be fine. But yeah, I noticed that actually. And this kind of proves that I need to do it. My problem was that I noticed it when I finished the page and not when I was still in the drafting. And I have a problem that Hanaka is pretty flippable. Is that even a word? But because of her hairstyle, I just have to redraw her little hair thing. But with Rio, it actually gets a bit... I mean, I can just move... I guess I can just move the panels. But thanks for the feedback. I already forgot about that again. I can just move it up there. Don't need to... And I can flip that one because you don't really see him here. Yeah, but that's a good point. Thanks for saying that. Damn. First 8 pages uploaded and already going into corrections. Well, that's kind of a great thing of publishing online. And that Animex actually has the option to swap out pages. But a very evil way to frame it is that the world is my proof reader and my editors. I need a pen. the models, okay. And if you guys notice anything that is an easy fix, I can just fix it before printing the goddamn thing. 7-page mirror. Page 1 tone fix. I was actually thinking about doing a proof beta reader correction Discord thing where I post the chapters in before, but I don't know, man. That's the way. Corrections always take up more time than the actual word. Yeah. I got so panicked when I realized I had to translate the English, because I first drafted everything in English. I had to. Thank you! It's only the first 6th of a chapter, but I still feel very happy about it. But yeah, down the production line, I'll probably have to like get some correction network going where people can proofread stuff first. Because I can imagine if I pick up the pace, it's gonna get messy. Thank you, CV. It was a lot of work to get here. It's gonna be more work along the way. Okay, corrections noted. Yeah, I think swapping these out shouldn't be a problem. They are relatively similar sizes. From now on, there's only the way up. Honestly, my goal, if I get to self publish the first volume, but that's gonna be a massive deal for me. This right now feels more abstract. Thank you. I'll do my best. Gamarimasu. Who knows where this will take me? It's gonna be a really interesting year for me because I'm also kind of changing the direction of my artist booth for Artist Allies. I want to feature my manga way more prominently and have more not fan work. The other way around. I want to have more original art of the characters of the manga. I'll see if that's a financially sound model to have. I'll see at this year's Dokumi. I cannot even really relax. I kind of want to keep working. But I need to tell myself that I also need to take breaks, or otherwise the quality is gonna get crushed under it. I really liked the new cover, though. I already see some imperfections, but I'm fine with them. I cannot change this now. I kind of told myself this is done now and we're just gonna continue. But I realized that orange is or like orange yellow-ish is a very difficult color to do this like monocolor thing on. Because I have the Hanaka artwork. Here? I think this works way better. But that might be just my color bias. I mean, originally it was like this. Hmm. I don't know, it just hits a bit different than this. But I like it way more than the old cover at this point, so... And I have so much to do. I have the first chapter to work on. I have 4 illustrations planned, and then for fan art I have a bunch of charm designs. Yeah, it is really hard. And like additionally I have like my job and university, and I can kind of tell that the reason it's going so smoothly right now is because I don't have university and it's just my 20-hour part-time job, and then art. I can do all the art I want after that. And I still want to do YouTube. I mean, the hope is that at some point the art job gets more lucrative in a way that I can reduce hours on my job, but that's a fantasy, sadly. And the thing is, the only reason I can keep this up is because I'm a student. So originally I was like, okay, I want to finish university as soon as I can. But now that I kind of understand how it works with taxes, I'm seriously considering to just keep studying, because like if I would switch from a student part-time job to a regular part-time job, there is a reasonable possibility that I would effectively have less money because I don't get the student benefits anymore. When 24 hours, definitely not. I am in dire need of shadow clones over here. And I mean, we were talking about like creative work, university, job. I also have a private life. I have family. Um I am really, really bad at managing my social life right now. I have so many friends that I'm not communicating with again. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's not you, it's me. Do you intend to make the retrospective a little more sketchy than the other drawings, when it's less work and you emphasize it? Hmm. Yeah, I was definitely considering stuff like that. I was thinking about, okay, doing... I want to make the backgrounds sketchy, like I already tried to. I was also thinking about doing action scenes more sketchy, because, you know, the speed of the things are making things unclear and stuff like that. With flashbacks, it's also a possibility. I'm gonna take notes, Picty. You got honorable mentions for all eternity. It's like the thing where you need to, like... It's the same thing that Trigger does with limited animation. You need to make a point out of it, so you don't only save work, but you also save time. Which is why I also totally get, like, the, in the Demon Slayer manga, you have, like, the benefits of being a loner, lol. Yeah, I mean, I'm a loner too right now. But not really. I mean, I like my quiet time, but sometimes I need to socialize. I am not a complete extrovert or a complete introvert. I'm switching constantly. The memory has faded and so have the drawings. That's poetic. Did you think about that right now? Because I have a very sketchy flashbacks in the short that's attached right next to the chapter. Imagine at some point I could have an assistant. That would be luxury. A background artist. I think that's I only need one assistant. Someone who does my backgrounds. But not like very detailed ones, because then my art looks bad in comparison. Yes, that was a reason. That's what I thought. And it's a good thought. My hopes would be that after getting back into YouTube, I can also give a bit more back to the community and you guys. Like, it's kind of tragic, but only like years after leaving the German anime community, I'm like, damn, what did I leave behind? But it's always like that. The same thing when I stopped my Naruto doujinshi back in the day. I was like, damn, why did I leave that? I always think I outgrow things, and then I'm few years later, I'm like, but did I really? But I mean, I am returning to German content over on the Average channel soon, I hope. I mean, the tragic thing is I had like a video that I wanted to do 2 weeks ago and I got sick again. Otherwise, we would already have a YouTube video over there. But then I was sick again and I needed to take care of the job, and then I was like, okay, but now I need to work on the manga because I want, on this Dokumi, I want at least the first chapter to be finished. If not like 3, so I can actually advertise the thing. That's this year's goal. But I learned I'm gonna target the small stats. Okay, I'm opening the manga now. Since all you guys are here now, I don't want to end the stream now. How long until... The thing is, I don't really have a regular schedule right now. The last few weeks, I'd say I spend at least 5 hours. But it really depends. I'm also, like, what I'm taking care of right now is that I do, like, 3 or 4 hours of polished work, and then I sit down and sketch a lot in my sketchbook, where I really do loose drawings without caring about how it turns out, to kind of get a mental balance in, I'd say. But then I have also days where I don't draw, like, at all. Especially when I have university. That was my problem, like, a few weeks ago, that I started drawing again after a very long break, and it was so weird. But I guess my goal would be that I'd at least spend 2 hours each day, and then have some intense work days in between. It's really hard to do both German and English, but it's also hard to pick one. I mean, that's why I switched to English originally, because I thought I'd had it down. And I mean, I was kind of right. My Bakuman video was so much more successful. But what I realized is that I don't actually want international attention. Because, yeah, but I did not really like... I ended up not liking anything about the Bakuman video in retrospect. Like, the response, as well as how I Oh, the manga opened. Whoop. I mean, I got more views than ever in English, and it kind of made me stop doing it. It was too much, man. Like, thinking back about it, I was really happy with getting like 1,000 views and like 20 comments, and they're always from the same people, and it's like a small niche community. That was enough, maybe. Okay. No. I need to pack everything into like very small folders. And the thing that I notice is that in German, a lot of things just come more naturally to me. And also when I think about it, the German creative space needs me more than the English one, I'd say. And also, like I said, I did not know what I had. It took me throwing it all away to see what I have lost. And now I'm in this weird middle situation where I'm like, can I just start streaming in German again? But I have like at least one recurring English exclusive viewer, and it feels kind of bad abandoning them too. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, that works pretty well on the other side. Is there still a German space at all? That's a good question. Wait, I have a daily word count for working days and twice as many for days off, but 2 hours a day and more intense days sound good. Yeah. The thing is, if I just draw a bit in my sketchbook, that's well then enough. I mean, theoretically, it's still my hobby, but I do as a passion. My problem is that I have like multiple things that I need to work on. I need to go back to like studying Japanese again. I'm currently not doing that at all. But yeah, drawing is like the first priority that I want to get straight. But I also cannot let myself get burned out, because after the last year's Dokumi, I almost got carpal tunnel. Almost. I stopped doing anything for a week straight when I noticed that I had the symptoms. And it hasn't returned yet. But it also made me realize, okay, but I cannot afford breaking my body for this. That's a good question, if there's still a German space at all. I mean, it is there, kinda. I think it's just completely decentralized, isn't it? But I mean, if it's not there, I'm just gonna create it. Oh my god, that's the worst, yeah. That's why I'm trying to get things done now when I don't have university. I mean, the good thing is, I realized in lectures I can draw a lot during a lecture. So, that's a good thing. But yeah, I need to get stuff done so that I don't get it in the like crunch time before the convention. But I lost complete sight of the German AniTube community. I mean, I'm still subscribed to everyone, so I guess no one's uploading. I mean, you are uploading sometimes. I have all your things put in my watch later things. If you burn out, it won't help that much in the long term. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, but I mean, We have two different conversations going on now. I need to, that was more like a joke when I didn't get good with my other hand at all. Started drawing with my other hand. Oh, I didn't not read that one. Yeah, I could not draw with my left hand. That's impossible. That's like difficulty impossible. Okay, that's working so far. I mean, how do you define German space? There certainly are German. The thing is, I'd say there was a certain lightning in a bottle, which sounds weird because we all never really grew that much. But there was a certain German AniTube video essay-esque space. Because all the AniTubers that I follow are doing, yeah, Baka is still uploading content actively. He's basically who I meant that with, like, some people are still uploading. He's the only one I know. From back then. But a space is defined by more people. And I think, it's more about analytical-ish. Yeah, and he, I mean, he's still working on that Cowboy Bebop video last time. Like, the last thing I remember. But we had, like, a very sweet spot where we were turning out similar content, like everyone in unison, and we kind of all found each other. Yeah, the kind of content. Because, I mean, there is still AniTube, but I don't really... And this is not talking about Baka, to make that clear. Just the general community. It's the kind of content that's not really my space. A lot of, I know a few more, but they do other things than before. Like, there are a few podcasts that are still going. I have, like, an old feed that I sometimes look into. And I mean, I will also return with different stuff. I want to do... Unlimited Abo. Good old times. Yeah, I knew of some podcast skill existing. And I would also return with, like, more... The thing is, I would not completely turn my back on the kind of analytical content I did before, but I would make it, yeah, Anime Slam is still going. But I would also go more of the review route, I'd say. So if, like, if you make a binary spectrum where, like, on the one end is video essay content, and on the other end it's like the typical manga review that you know, I would just move my content a bit more towards the review content, because that's just getting more views. And shorts. I would do shorts. I will do shorts, actually. And I try to kind of find the sweet spot between some depth in my analysis while still being casual enough that it actually just gets clicks. But I mean, I'm saying that now, and probably I will turn out, like, if I actually get to do it, I would just boomerang back into video essays. I mean, I wouldn't actually categorize most of my videos I did back then as analytical. A few were more analytical, like the your name, the episode drop, stuff like that. But I started also in a more casual format. But I cannot really define what I mean if I say space. It's more like a feeling that the community that was there with the connections and the networking. Gotta find that sweet spot. it was just a certain network of people who were doing kind of similar things and working with each other, and also a certain ecosystem around them with other creators who were kinda in the space, but also not completely, like podcasters and stuff. Like people recruiting me to do a panel on the Konichi with Super Hypertroph. I still cannot get over the fact I did that. When I think about it, I kind of get mad about it. It's such a cool thing that happened in my life, but it's so surreal because it did nothing for me. I was a 300 subscriber girl when I did that panel, and I was a 300 subscriber girl after I did that panel, and that was so surreal. But I don't know. It was such a time capsule, and it kind of fizzled out, which is really sad. I feel like all we would have needed would have been one of us to kind of get a breakthrough moment, and it would have piggybacked the rest with them. But you know, it never happened. Also, Corona happened. Some depression arcs happened. Life happened. Makes me sad. But also, I mean, now I have the art business going on, and I'm also really happy with that. Maybe I can rekindle a bit of that magic. Are you ready to swap more panels? I think this is gonna be a bit weird. I mean, but I cannot flip it because then I would break the guideline, I guess. I'll see. Oh yeah, I originally drew more of that of the room. But then I was like, damn, that's way too small, and I zoomed in. I knew that was going to happen sometimes. Uh-huh. Wait a moment. Okay. I just wanted to have it next to that one. I think just the scene back then would have needed more fuel to like keep burning. If we're gonna speak in metaphors. And I think for every single one of us that means something different. I think I would have just needed a bit more growth. I wouldn't have needed to actually be like successful or earn money with it, but just having a bit more growth, just a bit more rewards, I guess. I think for some of us, they would have needed to actually start making money with it. Man, I talked with people back in the day a lot about what makes wait. What we like felt like what was the problem. Hey! Hi Baka! And what page would Hannah come ahead? Oh, she would punch that motherfucker so hard, I swear. Thank you! We were just talking about good old times. Also, Picty gave me feedback on page continuity, and now I'm swapping panels around. Which is a lot more work than it should be. Oh, this manga is going down the anti-authoritarian route. Another swap. Almost done. Here I have a panda with a trash can. I'll swap it for a stock photo. Yeah. Would be the same equivalent. On every page would still not be enough. Damn. The energy in chat changed. A lot of punching is needed. I wonder how many times in his life he already got punched. You know, there's this huge pile of burning tires in The Simpsons vet, but with cyber trucks. I can imagine it. I got that. Ah, damn. That was such an intense week of actually finishing these pages. And I have so many more to go. No matter how many times, again, not enough. I'm currently thinking about whether I have an Elon equivalent in my story. I think there is a position open. I guess one of the politicians would kind of fit the bill. Imagine after the first chapter, I just completely break the continuity and everything, and just do the Baki chapter 2. Okay. I need like 5 seconds of concentration so I don't mess up the layout structure again. No, no. No. What do you mean the other panel is slightly smaller? No. God damn it. Katta going dark woke. The true corruption. I am not filling those grays in. God damn it. Magic. Okay, I was about to protest. If this panel is slightly bigger than that one, then it would be weird if the swap did not work both ways around. The true corruption we got along the way. I have to say, when I started drafting this manga, I was already kind of fueling my feelings about certain societal and political changes in. The fuel only got stronger. And maybe that's why it's suddenly going so well, because this is now a vent project. I'm just venting all my frustration through this manga. Spite is a pretty good motivator after all. Okay, now the true check. Does everything work without me mirroring contents? I think this works pretty well. This actually works better because now you have like the arc where Hanaka is kind of moving more and more into center of the page. Rio is kind of. I could try and flip this one. Do I get other continuity errors then? I would need to redraw his hair, I think. I just noticed that texture is at a place where it's not supposed to be. Now it looks like he just shaved his legs. And now I shave them again. Look at the handbag. Yeah, the handbag would actually be on the Would it? I think he already switched it here, but you can explain it by him, like, people do like, kind of move their bags to, change between shoulders. He has the bag on his left shoulder here. On his right shoulder here. On his left shoulder here. Damn it, Katta, that's why you did a storyboard, so things like that would not happen. Do I just take it? He just has very stiff shoulders. He has to frequently change how he holds the bag, okay? It's because he's a gamer and playing on his Game Boy in the night in a weird position for his neck. And so he has back pain, okay? So he has to switch around a bunch. Yeah, that's what I thought about. That would be an explanation. Let's duplicate the layer. Could be a running joke and every panel is a back on another side. Just overdoing it until it becomes intentional, huh? Question is if that works better. Or not. Flip it or don't flip it? That is the question. I am too tired for this. This is just blending into one panel for me. I'm pretty happy, though, it happened with a one where no text is involved, because flipping speech bubble positions would be more pain in the ass. Look how many more pages to go. I'm really looking forward to the action scene, but I'm also really scared of it. I mean, my skills improved since I drafted this, so I think it would be fine. Yeah, it basically is like I said. It's like character interaction until this page. Then there's like 20 pages of action. And then we have downtime again. And these are the pages I need to fill so that I can publish a volume. Woo! Flip or no flip? If this would be not my manga, and I would be on the outsider perspective, I could pretty surely tell if flip or no flip. That would be like a snap decision. So flip it here. Question is, do I still have all the things to just extend this walk a bit more? I'll just put a person or closer to the camera right here. And just nah. Okay. Different move. Different strategy. Do I have Rio on one separate layer? Of course I don't. That would be very practical. Okay. That Katta noises. Because I actually did not like the empty space that was like very dominant over here. So I think I'm gonna fill in the street a bit because I think this is a lot of dead space. That looks like there was supposed to be a speech bubble there, which I did not put where it was supposed to be. And also then it's a better parallel to the Hanaka panel where she's like in the middle with her brothers. Poor guy is going to his final exam. I just tilted my... I'm so dumb. Why am I tilting my my drawing tablet when I could be tilting the god? Okay, I get it. Page 9 is after greeting, so it should be possible that the shoulder change doesn't look too unusual. Yeah. But thanks for calming my mind. Furihando. Yeah, that's a very different line quality, okay. Keep it sketchy. If I can get the loose background art to actually look the way I want it to look, it could be a vibe. But I'm not quite there yet. I accept that. There are mangaka who drew worse than me. Some people might know who I'm referring to. Nah, we are not criticizing professional mangaka here. I think my boyfriend is preparing the lasagna. I hear the lasagna. Why is it slightly darker? Why? I don't want that. Oh, I know why. I picked the wrong one. Okay. Whew. Gather for a bit. I always tell myself to do some manga, comic, whatever too, but then I would have to drop backgrounds too. Yep, that's my problem. I mean, it's actually, I think it's a good practice actually, because when you have to do backgrounds, you have to do a lot of glorified boxes in perspective, and that helps with the rest as well. And I mean, I was pretty happy with how the school turned out. Can I block this in a way that I don't have to erase a lot and just flip his hair casually? I think did I drew him with a wrong pen? Oh, thank you. I don't think so. I have to realize again and again that an artist looks at their work differently. I got a lot of positive feedback when I posted like, yeah, I'm not going to be a background artist. It's fine. No. I flipped the panel away that you cannot see Godzilla anymore. No. Not the little guy. Wait a minute. That is some ADHD moment, but priorities, okay? Okay, even if it gets cut there, you can still see the claw, and there's my little guy. Just a bit of my little... That sounds wrong. Good thing I'm a girl. That's why I avoided doing proper background art for my artwork, especially with pixel art. Trying to get it right at the scale and fitting to me yet to be developed outside is a pain in the ass. Well said. Actually, with Clip Studio Paint, for me, the rulers and the 3D tools saved this. um like when I'm not sure about how I want things to look, I just take the primitive blocks and put them like as stand-ins for the things. This bed is like a bed model that I found with like a box attached. um And you can use the 3D models to make sure that everything stays in scale. So you just make one 3D model as tall as your front character, and then you just move them backwards in perspective. That's one thing. And the automatic perspective tools that you have, which are like, wait, I'm gonna demonstrate. Some of you already know them. So you can say new ruler, create perspective ruler, 1 point perspective. And at that point, if you have this, okay, that's wrong. Have this, just a point of like measuring. It's a lot of measuring that needs to be done. Like if this is the room, woo, then you have a character standing here, then you can just be like, okay, so everything is approximately here in his height. And it's a lot of guidelines. It's a lot of guidelines and sketching and boxes, and then detailing the boxes into actual objects in the 3D world. My pride is that in this little teeny tiny thing, I put in some details where I know that this is something. There is something. And you guys will probably not see it until some later time. I just realized something that I'm not gonna say. I forgot something, but that is fine. Only I know that there was supposed to be something. Back to the usual work. I'm really happy that I got better at drawing in a way that the artwork doesn't look completely weird after flipping it, so that this actually can work out. Yep, I think I used the wrong pen when I drew him. I have like one pen that is rougher that I use for backgrounds, and one that's more clean, for a better word. No, 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 no. Is it white here? Because I filled that in. Nope. Okay. Just let me... It's like it never was different. Okay, before I end the stream, I'm gonna do my favorite feature. Of letting the program bind my 3D preview. I know it's like some basic artist thing to flip the drawing, but I still always forget it. Yep, I always forget it too, but nevertheless, I got better at constructing stuff so that even if I forget to do it, until later, it's usually not as bad when I flip it. It really helps though. Like you develop an eye for spotting mistakes. But I don't do it as often as I should. And it's really important when you do like charms, where like it's double-sided. If you wonder why my model is wriggling in this weird way, it's because I'm drinking my tea. This is my favorite feature. Spoiler. Yeah, thanks Pigty for saying that. This is way better. Page continuity is most important on the double spreaded part. So if after this he flips his bag, it actually kind of looks like, you know, with a bit of imagination, can imagine the page flip as him flipping his shoulders. Well, if I do it, I'm usually like, but continue nonetheless. Yeah, I know that feel. I usually try to like correct a teeny tiny bit. Highly depends. This is only done because I inserted this one into the preview. I think the biggest loss that happens when you do webcomics in like a scroll down format is that you don't have the double spread reveal thing going on. Like a page flip is such a easy and genius technique to have like a gag or a reveal happening, and you just completely lose it in the scroll down thing. I mean, you could argue that every panel then is a reveal, but if every panel is a reveal, the effect kind of gets lost as well. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna like take my time and go through the storyboard once more, so that I might pick out on different errors along the way. The biggest point of failure is mostly that I thought about stuff when I was doing the storyboard, and then while I'm working, I'm like, yeah, it's not bad if it's a bit different from the storyboard. I like it that way better, and that's how the errors kind of sneak in. Thinking that, oh, this is going to be fine, and then it isn't. While I'm in this page preview is really, yeah, it's also like, you can see how the, oh, I have to redesign the cover now. But yeah, you can kind of see how it's going to look like. And I think if I'm gonna hold this in my hands, I'm going to cry. Yesterday when I finished the pages for today's upload, I was like, okay, just uploading this doesn't feel like that crazy. But I think holding this in my hands is gonna be like, that's gonna be my double spread moment. Just opening a package, having it in my hands, and breaking down at the floor. Now I need to think about how I design the cover if I have the new cover art. Damn. Also, I'm still arguing with myself if I'm gonna do some color coding because Hanaka's eyes color change, and I'm not sure how I can communicate that with just shading and grayscale. I like that you can see the different phases that I scribbled this in because the pen weight randomly changes. I hate myself for having that shot in here already. Not another background shot. Yeah, and then like the first chapter is like almost half a volume. Okay. Do you guys have any questions left? Because I think I'll be slowly closing the stream. But thanks for everyone who stepped in and congratulated me. Means a lot to me. But people are still keeping touch and following this. Oh! No! Ah! Lenny, no! What do you mean you just joined? I was just trying to end the stream. Imagine being so awkward that every time a new person joins the stream, like extend it for a bit. Have a nice evening too, Picty. And stay on it, it's already looking good and will only get better. Thank you! That's so good to hear. Have a great evening and an even better week. Okay, to respect Lenny, I'm gonna extend the stream for 2 more minutes. I cannot keep this up if I have more viewers. I think that's gonna be stressful. Like every time a new person joins the chat, just 1 minute more on the stream timer. All good, maybe I'll watch the video on demand tomorrow or so. Ah. Really nice. I'm happy I've been able to see you streaming. Yeah, I'm also happy. I'm always happy when I see you drop by. I always think about doing more streams, so people have more chances to catch one. But then I'm like, but that's another evening that I cannot draw or study or sleep. I hope I can keep up the pace. Oh, it has like a closing thing. Ah, can you imagine? And then I can sell it. Monetization, baby. In real life, no YouTube that can stop me from doing that with my work. Okay, Ben, then I am ending the stream now. Thanks for everyone who stepped by. This was a small celebration. When I actually finish the first chapter, maybe I'm gonna do a proper celebration with maybe some gifts for people to win or something. But for now, I'm really happy I finally got over that one hurdle. My life paused for a few years, and now it's finally moving again. Take care. Watch out for cars when you cross the street. It would be a better world if we could all punch Elon Musk in the face once in a while. You would have to stream at like 1 AM to best. I mean, yeah, I think that's not gonna happen as long as I have a work schedule to attend to. Take care. Don't lose hope in this tired times. And I hope to see you next week on stream again, when I'm probably gonna keep drawing on the manga.